going to stay in my lane and just talk about the cool pictures that I saw from Dune 2. And there was some cool ones. Timothy Chalamet, right? Just I'm going to run through a couple notables from their CinemaCon presentation. Timothy Chalamet says the sandworm that he's going to ride in Dune 2 completely practical. Okay, so he's going to ride sandworm. It's going to be practical. You bet your ass this is Dr. Roseland. Dune 2 is 100% shot in IMAX and has all new sets compared to the first film. We're going to different locales and right, make sure you see it in IMAX. Hopefully you have a legitimate IMAX theater near you and nothing fraudulent.
First film was only 40% IMAX, just to
Only
put that
40
in perspective.
and maybe that's why we have a delay in the trailer. Maybe they got to perfect these shots and post editing here. But Denis Villeneuve says also Dune 2 is more of an action-packed war movie. And he says this film is the main course. He says the first film, this is me paraphrasing, the first film was the first course. That was an appetizer. That is something that you can just snack on before this part 2 comes out. Do we get anything after? Are we in for dessert, Ricky Flex? Are we getting a part 3? Right? Are we going to like Italian style dinner? Are we going like second main course? I would love that. Continuing, we got a couple first looks of new characters. We had Florence Pugh and Austin Butler. Austin Butler's character in Dune 2 is described as an Olympic swordmaster mixed with psychotic Mick Jagger. You thought you had enough of Austin Butler impersonating musicians, but guess what? Let's throw Mick Jagger, another rock icon, in the mix. He's playing Floyd Rotha. Ricky Flex, these images that came out, first of all, crystal clear, beautiful. Capture that setting that they said it's all new sets, but I mean, some of the images that they had look reminiscent of the first Dune.
Mm-hmm.
We also got looks at Baron Harkonnen, played by Stellan Skarsgård. We got Rebecca Ferguson, and we got Léa Seydoux. It just seems like this movie, it looks better even through the stills than the first movie. I don't know how. I just feel it in my bones. I am so excited for this film. Any reactions to the images we got or these comments?
I think you did a great job summing that up. I think Austin Butler, he's bald. Bald.
Did we get the frontal image? Is that like just
we didn't get a frontal?
Was that edited? But he looks bald.
He is. He will be bald. He will be bald in this. So he goes from Elvis hair to bald, and absolutely ripped.
And Mick Jagger.
Elvis and Mick Jagger, yeah. But oh my God, Austin Butler bald. We got a Florence Pugh hairnet. We get Stellan Skarsgård, aka the Vape God, in this, looking absolutely disgusting. I can't believe they released that as a still.
I expect nothing less.
Crazy.
My dude.
And then the IMAX, of course, that's fantastic. Fantastic news. Just to put a spoiler alert here for your sequel trilogy take, there will not be a third movie.
How do you already know that?
Because they said they're not going to do a trilogy.
Who said? Villeneuve?
Either Villeneuve or Warner Bros. I can't remember, but there won't be a trilogy.
But there's going to be, there's multiple Dune books that are written. So right. I don't know if they're just going to have a sequel. Because like Denis Villeneuve, another quote here, this is not a sequel. Mm-hmm. This is a part 2.
Like, right, but he's only saying that, like, he's only saying that because he wants to make sure it's like connected. So it's basically all one movie.
No, I get that too. But I'm just like, because we have Dune spinoff series in the works at HBO.
Right.
You know, so yeah. I'm just saying like there's an expansive universe to be had here, despite this like being only a part 2, like you're saying.
Well, we do have the series that is coming out. We'll probably have more, to be honest, because there won't be a third movie. Yes, I'm saying that now. I do think that's low key confirmed. But that's not my hottest take that I'm gonna have.
I hope there is no sequel, by the way. I just won't put that on the table.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, I think this will be the last thing besides the TV. Last thing theatrically. This is my hot take. So, my hot take a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was like, Dune 2 will win Best Picture. I'm taking that back after today.
What? By these pictures? By these stills?
No. Hear me out. I still think it will get nominated for Best Picture. But it will not win Best Picture because of Denis Villeneuve's synopsis quote. He calls it an action-packed war movie. So, if it's going to be an action-packed war movie, my Best Picture pitch was based off of Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. That was the culmination of a trilogy of previous Oscar darling movies, like winning a ton of awards for all the visuals and everything, similar to Dune, right? That's why I put the connections together. But I just don't think there's enough hype around this movie. I don't think there's enough around it. Not enough. I don't know, just not enough oomph to it. Like there's buzz, I guess, because it looks amazing. Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet, Austin Butler, Florence Pugh. I'm not as confident anymore in it winning Best Picture this year.
You're out of your mind.
I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm
more
not
confident.
I'm just saying I'm not feeling good about that take anymore.
Okay, Ricky, let me just I'm gonna try and instill some confidence in you because I've never been more confident this movie's gonna win Best Picture after these.
So you're telling me I should keep
this movie is so reminiscent to Return of the King. It's
I know
so reminiscent.
that's what I'm saying.
But the thing about Return of the King, like you talk about the effort that went into that trilogy, you're talking about the effort that goes into this 2-part sci-fi adventure. But listen, we have Chani and Paul Atreides at the center of this story. It's a war-packed movie with an emotional core. It's not just going to be this war film. We're talking about, right? Somehow people didn't like Dune. Guess what? Like, if you didn't like Dune, fine. Okay, a little bit boring. Fine. Let's add the action. Let's add the romance. Let's add Austin Butler. Let's add Florence Pugh. Let's bring back some of the best portions of Dune with these characters and click. I mean, we barely got to see Dave Bautista in the first film. We even got a still of him here. Josh Brolin made it. He's alive. Thank God. I didn't know he was going to make it after.
I thought he would.
But the fact that we're getting more Zendaya here and like the emotional core of this movie, that's like Liv Tyler and Viggo Mortensen. But it sounds like it's going to have an even stronger emotional core than what Return of the King did. The competition for Best Picture this year is going to be unreal between Dune Part 2, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Barbie. Barbie is to me is the outsider looking in, but those three guaranteed locks for a Best Picture nomination.
I don't like the reshoots going on with Barbie. I am not confident I'll even get nominated.
It seems like it could be a little bit polarizing.
I feel like
people can be a love or hate type of relationship with that movie. Except Dune, it's like, yeah, this is boring. Okay, everything else was freaking awesome. Let's just get rid of that boring aspect. Let's speed up the pace a little bit. Boom, it's there. It's guaranteed.
All right, so I'll keep my Best Picture win take. But
if you take it back, I'm gonna steal it from you.
Well, you're not stealing it from me.
I know you took it back. You technically, I'm the one who said.
No, you're not doing.
And you're just like, now I got you going a little bit. I said it before you went. You're like, you're right, Dr. O. This is going to
no. You know why? Because Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm gonna say this too. I don't think that's winning Best Picture.
Scorsese had his moment.
Yeah,
me,
he's
like 80 years old. He can't relate to audiences like he used to.
These stills for Killers of the Flower Moon aren't like tingling any senses on me. I know it's crazy to say, but it's not tingling anything yet. I need a trailer. It's just not doing.
I got pictures of Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm not tingling like these stills I got from Dune Part 2. I'm not humming. I'm not humming.
I'm saying this now. I'll say it again. Killers of the Flower Moon. To be honest, too old. Leo looks old. De Niro looks old.
This is I've had the old bull. Now I want the young cat.
I'm not gonna back down from my Dune Best Picture win. I'm Dune 2. I'll keep it. But I'm just saying. Do you see what I'm saying here?
Competitor. Oppenheimer's the competitor.
Whoa. But you see what I'm saying though. It's just the IP isn't the same in my opinion. I think Lord of the Rings. The Return of the King, that was like, I don't know, just like you said, like the time and effort to that was like so like first of its name, like first of its not name. I'm thinking of first of his name. First that they've ever done it, like shooting 3 trilogies back to back to back, like nonstop like that, practical in New Zealand. Like it had to get honored with a Best Picture win at some point, especially after all those wins. Dune, it's like Dune came out, was an HBO Max. Also theatrical mixed release, split release. Like at the box office, it did okay for a COVID year, also during COVID. And it was during the Oscars where all the awards it won didn't even get like showcased on the air. You know, all the speeches. Remember that?
got
That's what
done dirty.
yeah,
Dune got
and
done
I'm saying the
so
momentum
dirty, and not
isn't
just at
there
the
for Dune
Oscars.
2 like Return of the King did have that momentum. Dune 2 does not. That's why I'm just like, "Ugh." And that's what I see this action-packed war movie that Denny V is saying. I'm like, that's not like what the Oscars want to see for a Best Picture winner. Look at Top Gun Maverick, Avatar. They get nominated, but they didn't win. They didn't win for anything else besides Top Gun Maverick editing and Avatar 2 visuals.
I feel like Dune, if it was a more complete story, it had a more finite ending, it would have killed at the Academy Awards. It would have absolutely killed. The fact that we're gonna like start from the beginning, right, of this new chapter, this not new chapter, but part two, and then it's gonna have a finite ending, it's gonna work wonders at the Academy Awards. Right? And this when you throw in like the like going in deeper into this world, Zendaya of it all. I'm telling you, she is the key cog
She
in
might
this
be.
machine to make it to the Academy Awards to win a Best Picture. That's where my money is, and I can't wait to see her in this movie because a lot is hinging on her because everybody else is returning aside from Floyd Rotha as like Austin Butler and Florence Pugh. Like those that trio, that's a big three right there, right? That's
It's
a
a big
big
three, and then you
three.
got your insane supporting cast of
And you
the Sadu,
Chalamet in the lead,
Badu.
like this Denny V. And can you imagine at CinemaCon? Denny V is presenting, right? And right after that, a couple like segments later, you got Christopher Nolan. It's like watching two twins take the stage.
Yeah, we can go on the list of who took the stage that day.
But it just seems like those two are so comparable.
It's like, I won't say LeBron, but it's like Kevin Durant. It's like all the stars in the NBA besides
Sci-fi
like LeBron.
visionaries. Like
Yeah, like
it's like I don't even know.
you have all the superstars besides like the GOAT,
It's like going to the Final Four if like it's like
the
going to the
Blue
Final
Bloods were there.
Four if like LeBron went to college and it's like, oh, you watch KD, then you watch LeBron. It's like you're watching goats like operate and you're watching them explain their like plan and their films and what to expect. We'll be there someday, Ricky, folks. We will be there someday at
Someday.
CinemaCon.